So got it knocked out. See how I had it epoxied? All I had to do was wiggle the pots a little and they came right out of there, no problem. And the reason I had puttied and epoxied them, because I drilled these flat bottom holes, which, look good. But this is going to be cooler, hopefully. But as you can see, I don't have a CNC router or anything, so I had to use my beaver. And he, I just hold him like this, and he chews it for me, as you can see. He does a decent job. His teeth are a little on the blunt side, but so I'm going to take the, all downward strokes. This stuff cuts very consistently, but it's also very fragile, this cardboard. So I'm going to take the, the rougher file and straighten all this up and then hit it with the fine file and try to straighten it out. And that'll be my ledge. And then the ideal is that this piece will, and it does, I already had it in there just to see, it'll fit in there. And I got to drill these holes very carefully because this is the budget stuff. This is not the heavy-duty scratch-resistant stuff. It's like, Happy Meal grade. Cardi B. So, then I had like this little tiny file here. This tiny chisel. So what I did was, I used the straight edge and the razor, and I would score. First, I did the flat bottom holes to make my round holes, and then a smaller bit to make my secondary corner for the ledge. And then scratch with the razor blade, which, by the way, this thing dulls a razor blade like very, very fast. You can actually almost see how round it is on the end. So, scratch that with the razor blade and then make a secondary, just wild line, random there, very carefully so I don't scar up the pedal. Then I would take this chisel, that away, and, knock the chunks out of the section. I didn't actually use my pet beaver. I was only joking about that part, although it does look like he could totally take credit. So there it is. And I still get to keep my cool Forstner holes for my other stuff. They look cool. Flat bottom holes. They look awesome. I don't know why they call them Forstner holes, but it sounds so randomly contrived, but that's it. Hopefully it comes out as good as this was. This looked awesome, but this will look cooler because the deal is that I should see, the population, and I'm going to try to do the wires a lot neater. Maybe I'll hide them on the back side of the circuit. Just drape them over the edge and bring them around the back. I don't know. I haven't decided. Or just harness them up nice and let them be seen. But it'd be nice to see these circuits. So, when I look at it or someone looks at it, they say, that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, cool. Looks cool. Sounds cool. That's the point. All right. I gotta go feed my beaver. He's worked hard. Look at this, what a mess. All right, that's all I got so far. I will straighten this up. This ledge will actually be seen. So technically what I could do is I could tape off the board on the back here and, color the edges so the ledge won't be seen. And it would be nicer if the ledge was beautiful, or it comes out beautiful, which I don't know at this point. Well, maybe I can make it come out beautiful. My coping saw it's stripped out, and I literally couldn't make it stay in, so it was like steering all over the place, and I couldn't see what I was doing because the lighting in here is like orange, and it's like one of those very expensive bulbs, so it's like, forget about it. I'd have to actually change the fixture, which I don't feel like doing. I finally got one of these fine points, not one of these big hairy. This says fine, but it's like, that's the fine, right? That's huge. These are the fine point ones, and I sketched over them a few times, right? You can see that's like way different. But this is from the dollar store also. So, yeah, I like that dollar store. And I'll screw this little bezel. Will get screwed right into the, oops, blurry. Will get screwed in there. That's for the LED light. And the pots, the pots will get screwed in there, and then the knobs will go over them. They'll mostly cover the pots, but you'll see the wires coming off of them. I don't know. See how it turns out. There's a Chase pen. When I go to the Chase bank, I take a pen. Not every time. I took 2 pens actually, a black one and a blue one. I take a pen, and I almost always take a lemon or lime lollipop. Well, that's about that. These pliers don't have any teeth in them. They're totally smooth. Whilst these ones have teeth. So this is the way to put the nuts and stuff on. Even just to do it by hand, like hand tighten it. That way it doesn't, scratch it up with pliers and stuff like that after you paint a nice box or something for your pedal, and then you put it on with pliers and it makes that ring around it, right? You could just use a little socket, and you don't even have to, you could put it on this, but it's a little bit on the long side. I just put it on by hand and I go like that and tighten them up. That's about it. This tool is a handy tool. There's the straight edge to it. And you can adjust your depth, and then you can, put it on there and scribe all the way down and get, a line all the way down where you want it. Flip it over to the other side and get the same line down the other side. So this is a good tool to have. You can find those easily. Probably like a couple dollars. I'm not saying that's cheap. That's inexpensive. That's expensive. A couple dollars is a lot of money, but good tool to have. See, there's a little notch that holds it. And then, of course, the battery tester is, with your tongue. You don't need a battery tester. You just put it on your tongue and go, oh, that one's got a lot left. So, yeah, I'm going to try to clean these up. But, I'm thinking I might just do that. I might flip this over, tape it cleanly with a reveal, as you call it, a reveal, like what you can see through the tape there, all the way around, and then color that part with some black paint or whatever, maybe. But the goal was to have had this come out neatly, which obviously these sides are salvageable. This side is a little on the close side, honestly. So I'm probably going to end up coloring the edges, which, I'm not embarrassed, but I'm sad about it. I'm like, beat, man. But should come out cool. All right, so that's that.